about aliens, and it's no longer starting soon. It's starting now at a theater near you. So I'd like to welcome you all, and this came up actually when one of the participants of this course emailed me a share about some memories that she'd been having about her connection with aliens. And it reminded me of my connection with aliens, and this whole cascading of awareness started to happen that was like, part of what I'm seeking to do in this course is to create a connection to your personal magnitude, the bigness, the truth of the infinite being, the celestial being that you are. And like all of these other stories are part of that bigger story. And if we can find some of these avenues that are currently hot or active for you, it can open you up very dramatically to more of the infinite being that you are. And the day that that came through, I sat down and I started to write questions. It's something that Access has kind of gotten me rolling in, and Rosie and I will do it all the time with each other. We'll just start asking each other like questions, just like we'll just weigh out questions. And it goes to some really, really cool places. And so I'd actually like to start out by asking you some of these way out questions, and I'm just going to kind of go down the string of them. And if there's something that jumps out as like, oh my God, I need to talk about it, then jump in. If not, I'm going to go down. There's like 30 of them here, maybe more. And we're just kind of looking to see what's lighter or heavier. But I want to start by having you not have brain running. My invitation here is not to think about this list, just to engage the heavier lighter, because when you do that, when it gets light and you get this kind of rush of energy, what if you're gaining awareness in that moment? And as soon as you stop to think about it, you can shut down the awareness. So my invitation is to not think about these, just experience the energy of the lighter and the heavier, or whatever information comes up for you as you go along, whatever energy comes up. And if something big comes up, or you start to, like, whatever happens, like you need some assistance, just to mention that, and we'll do some clearings, because this is going to potentially open us to some really, really, really big stories that are really, really cool. And that's kind of the area that we like to play in, or I like to play in, and you kind of came along for my ride. How cool is that? Um,
Jaden,
yes.
have you thought about? I'm thinking maybe a little expansion.
Yep. Awesome. Cool. Let's do that. So I want to do. I want to turn the brain off, and then I want to do expansion. Um, so I am going to take everybody and put you on mute for the moment here, uh, uh, because what I want to do is I'm going to have you repeat this. I should type it for you, just in case you're not used to this. So it's the everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And I've been using that with Naslin, and she's like, "Oh, I recognize this." Um, so we're gonna. I want to have you repeat this with me, and I do it maybe different than other people do it. The trick to doing this that I've come up with, or what I found to be true for me, is that as I slow this down, it causes the brain to kind of go and and it just puts the brain to sleep temporarily. It's like going to sleep, but we stay awake. So I'd invite you to say this with me, and I'm going to say it 4, 5, 6 times, and each time I'm going to say it a little slower. So everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And just say it with me. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And just notice what shift that made for you. Like, do you find more peace? Have you gotten more space? Like, this is more of the space of what it's like when brain gets quiet. And it will stay quiet until you start thinking again. So if you avoid thinking, then hey, you're just more, your awareness is closer to you. It's more available to you when the brain isn't giving you its feedback on things. So let's do just a quick expansion. So allow yourself to expand. And if you're already bigger than this, then don't worry about it. Allow yourself to expand to the size of the solar system across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. And allow yourself to expand to the size of the galaxy across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. And I can feel glitchy stuff there. So everything that's in the way of your just effortlessly being in connection with the galaxy, can we destroy and create what blocks that? This is where you say yes. Is anyone there?
You're on mute.
Okay. Oh, so you might still be muted? Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm sorry. Thank you for saying that. So the click your audio button there, um, and so there's no longer an X in it or a line in it. I thought I would automatically unmute you when I took it off, but I guess it didn't. There you go. Sorry about that. So right below
Okay.
here, look for your little audio icon, and if it's got a slash through it, then click it, and it'll have an unslash through it. Or if your phone is muted, it's *1 to unmute your phone. *1 mutes and unmutes your phone.
So there's a lot of people still muted.
Yeah. Okay. Rosie, can you unmute people if you find them muted? Okay.
So I'm not sure how to unmute them.
It should be the same way, just in reverse.
So Ananda needs to be unmuted. Jackie, Jen, Eva.
I unmuted myself by clicking on the audio.
Yep. Okay, cool. Okay.
So what
here. Yay! Okay. So so everything that's in the way of having, yeah. See, right there we have, that sounds like Sheila. Sheila, can you mute yourself?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'll mute me.
Okay. Testing 1, 2. Yeah, that went away. Okay, so Sheila, you have, yeah, you can't do whatever that was. We have to talk another time so I can re-explain to you what's, like, you just can't do that. You have to have headphones. You can't hear audio out loud in the room because it'll do that. So, wow. Okay, so what else is possible? So everything in the way of ease of technology, we're just trying to create what blocks that, good, bad, rare, unpopular, and nine beyonds. Everything that's in the way of you. So allow yourself to expand out to the size of the galaxy across all time and space. There you go. And everything that's in the way of you just effortlessly embodying all of the galaxy, can we just try and create all that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Good, bad,
Yes.
right, wrong, papakshits, biznais, beyonds. Let that go. Expand out to the size of the universe across all time, space, dimensions, realities. And all you have to do is intend it, and it does that. If your brain or something is going, oh, I don't think we're doing it, just ignore it. Say thank you for sharing. We're there anyway. So everything that's in the way of embodying the universe, can we just try and create all that?
Yes.
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 Good, bad, right, wrong, papakshits, biznais, beyonds. Let all that go. Yeah. And expand out to the size of the multiverse across all time, space, dimensions, realities. There you go. Yeah. And expand to the size of all that is across all time, space, dimensions, realities. And expand to the size of the beyondiverse, which is beyond. Across all time, space, dimensions, realities. There you go. Okay. Yes. Okay. So from now from this space, I want to ask you some questions. We're just looking for heavier and lighter. We're just seeking to allow awareness to come in on these things. And I'm just going to rattle through. If you want, stop me and we'll talk about anything there. My plan for the day is I'm just going to run through this, and then we're just going to open it up and let stuff come out and just run with where it is. So I'm just going to do these questions, and then I have no more structure. So what percentage of you is a follower? Like you like following other people? And what number comes up for you?
30%.
60. 10.
70%. 60.
Okay. So let me ask that truth. What percentage of you is a follower?
0.
30.
That's like getting spanked.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you are a human wannabe, then you'll rate yourself really high. Like if you're desperately seeking to be human, you'll rank yourself really high.
Oh.
If you are being more of a humanoid, like you just want to kind of do your own thing and like let everybody get out of your way. Not everybody. Like there's a mix of it for some people, but like the more you stand in you, the more you'll find that you'll be more in the you'll be less of a follower. You won't, yeah, because like do you want to follow them anyway? Like I don't know. That's my interesting point of view. So truth, what percentage of you is a trailblazer that likes doing things new?
10%.
45%.
70. 70.
Okay.
89.
Okay.
70.
Yep.
75.
Yep. Okay. Truth, are you blazing a trail that other beings have followed? Like you're just going ahead doing you,
Yes.
and you look back and there are other beings who are following you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you ever had a sense that you were being
Yes.
followed or watched or studied?
Oh, yes.
If there were
Yep.
beings who, if you were blazing a trail, just being you, blazing a trail, and there were other beings who were like, "Whoa, that's really cool. I'm going to follow what they're doing." Okay, and we follow what somebody else is doing until we get on our trail. Like we follow people who are going in our direction until it's like, okay, now that's starting to go off my direction, and okay, there's my trail. Like you start to do you, but we follow other people's trails. Like I followed Gary and Dane to get to where I am more, and then I start going off on my own because their trail is going a little bit this way and my trail wants to go this way. Okay.
Right.
So it's like, and my whole life has been that way. I follow something and I follow it, and then it's like, no, they're going too far in this direction and I want to go in this direction. So I break off from that. But it has taken me along a certain path. So if you have other beings who are following your trail, then you may get a sense that you're being watched or studied or followed. And what if those are just beings who are watching and follow? What if they're just people who are following your trail?
Okay.
Yeah. So do you feel at all responsible for them following you? Like, oh, I'm going somewhere I don't know if
Yes.
it's even right for me, and they're following me.
In truth, no, but sometimes, yeah.
Cool. It's just noticing what's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, in truth, no.
Yes.
It's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm doing this. If you're following me, hey, you're crazy. So, are you following? Are you making yourself wrong when other beings are not prepared to follow your trail, and they kind of hit weird stuff?
Yes.
Like, I noticed that one for me. Like some
Yeah.
people,
Oh, yeah.
some beings follow me energetically. Like I don't even know who these people are. I just feel their energy presence, and I can feel sometimes they'll kind of. I'll make a quick right hand turn when I notice, okay, this is something to go around, and they'll crash into it because they're not even aware it's there. Like, and I'm like, oh, they hit that. Oh, I should have knew about that. And like, okay, that's their learning, but I can't take responsibility for. Well, I can. If I want, I can, but I found it's not useful for me to take responsibility for them. But so, Truth, are you holding yourself back because there are others following you and you are concerned for them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So everywhere that you've got that, if you do have it, can we just destroy and create all that
Yeah.
and let everybody
Yes.
create their own reality?
Yes.
Yeah. Good, bad, right, wrong, Papak, Schutz, Biznines, Bians. Okay. So, Truth, did you blaze a trail in interacting with multidimensional beings?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And again, this is going to start getting into weirder stuff. So you just go by heavier and lighter. Don't try to think about it. Truth, did you blaze a trail in interacting with extra-dimensional beings?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Truth, did you blaze a trail in interacting with extraterrestrial beings?
Hey, Jaden.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I heard, hey, Jade.
I lost my heavy and light a while ago.
Oh, hey, isn't that
it's
cool?
10. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, did you enter your mind? Did you leave your body or something else?
Body.
Yeah. So what would it take for you to get completely back in your body? Or what would it take for you to be fully embodied? There you go. Because that's one of the ways that we handle things that we don't know how to deal with. We go. So try that. Or try the leaning, because that usually seems to work even if I'm not in the body. I can still like lean forward or lean backwards for yes
Okay.
or no. So that's another workaround if you keep popping out. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what this does. So, Truth, were you part of? Okay, so Truth, did you blaze a trail interacting with extraterrestrial beings?
Yes.
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 No.
Yeah. And so, Truth, were you part of a government program of some kind around any of the above?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
And Truth, were you part of a secret organization of some kind?
Yes.
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 Okay. Truth, were you part, or are you part? No, were you part of an off-world organization?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Truth, is there a version of you that is currently in a spacecraft above the planet right now?
Yes.
No.
It's missing parts,
Yeah, just pieces parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some are yes, some are no.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Truth, is there a version of
Yes.
you? Okay, so that brought up distractor implants. I can feel them. So all of the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, SHIQ implants, trifold sequencing systems that are under and around this, and everything under and around that, and everything under and around all of that, times the gadzillion, can we just try and create all of that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, just trying to create, make null and void. Is a free being of a free will universe times the gadzillion, make null and void, times the gadzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pock, just, both nines, be honest. There you go. So truth, is there a version of you that is a leader or commander of a craft or a fleet?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
One that's like not on this planet. One that's like somewhere else. Okay. So truth, is there a version of you that's a leader of an organization of beings who protects or guards this planet?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
So truth, how many lifetimes what do you got?
It's not coming up light or heavy, just being neutral. That question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure.
So when I get that, what that usually means is I'm hiding something from myself. It's like, nope, not going to go there. It's not light or heavy.
Right.
No, because like one or the other, like if it's really light and you force it to be heavy, you can tell you're manipulating yourself sometimes. And so it's easier just to make it like, not there. There's no information. Sorry, we don't look here. So everywhere you're hiding, and that's fine if that's it. Like that may be relevant. That might be useful for you. But I want to invite if anyone is in a place where, so everything that you're doing to hide the truth of you, of your infinite being, of your celestial being, from you, everywhere you feel you're not ready to know the truth of you, because if you weren't ready, you wouldn't be on this program at all. You just wouldn't be here. So everywhere that you feel that you're not ready, or that anything that's blocking your connection to your truth and your information and your lightness and heaviness, can we destroy and create it all?
Yes.
Yes. Rescind,
Yes.
revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, just trying to create, make null and void as a free being of a free will universe, times the gadzillion, across all time, space, dimensions, realities, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pock, just, both nines, beyond. Let all that go. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. I can hear somebody clicking on their keyboard.
Somebody typed.
So truth, how many lifetimes on this planet did you have experiences with multidimensional or extra-dimensional beings?
All of them. It's so weird. I can say that, but then, like you said, the previous question, some of them were neutral and hiding.
Yeah. Anybody else get a read on that? A number or some sense? Like you just look at for what comes there. What percent?
60.
60%. Yeah.
Yep.
5.
5,
7.
7. Cool. So what percentage of your lifetimes on this planet did you have an experience? Oh, I asked that one already. In those experiences, what percentage of them were with beings who were operating outside of linear time?
100%.
All of them.
All.
90%.
90%.
Yeah. Okay. So those beings were outside of time while you were in time, diversified across multiple expressions or having multiple interactions. So it's almost like if time is an illusion and you're in the illusion of it, and you have the illusion of this lifetime and this lifetime and this lifetime and this lifetime, and they're all kind of kept separate by these barriers that we've erected or that have been put in place, whatever. And so we're kind of like not seeing the connectedness to it, but the other beings who we're interfacing with, the aliens, the multidimensional beings, they're seeing us without time, so they're seeing all the versions of us concurrently.
Wow.
Does that kind of mess with your mind?
Yes.
It did mine.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, and let me take this further. So what percentage of these experiences did you interact with the same beings across multiple lifetimes?
100%.
Yeah, all of them again.
79.
Mm-hmm. 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 So how did you experience them? Did you experience them as the same being or as multiple different beings?
Multiple beings.
Yeah. Both same and multiple.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jaden?
Okay. And how did those beings experience you? As the same being or as multiple beings?
Same being.
Multiple.
Same being.
beings.
Okay. Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Jaden?
Yeah.
Jaden?
Yes.
This is Jackie. I seem to have lost my awareness over the last 4 questions.
So are you
Too bad.
do you yeah, sorry you lose. Goodbye. Game over.
You win.
Yeah. So thank you for bringing that up. So are do you have an energy that's up for you that's like overriding everything?
Yes.
Yeah. So is that fear or like what's the frequency?
When I ask the question, I get it's fear, but it doesn't feel like fear. It just feels like there's a cloak going over me.
Cloaking. Okay, cool. So all of the cloaking technologies and magics that you have employed or are using across all time, space, dimensions, and realities to hide your awareness from you and your truth of you from you, can we destroy and create all those technologies and return them to galactic recycling?
Yes.
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 Yes. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce,
Yes.
denounce, destroy and create, make null and void as a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion, make null and void times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pock, trust, beyond, beyonds, let all that go. I'll let all that go. Yeah, just send all that away. And all the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, SHIQ implants, trifold sequencing systems that have gotten stirred up, and everything under and around that, and everything under and around that, and everything under and around and below, all of that across all time, space, dimensions, realities. Can we just try to create all that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rescind, revoke,
Yes.
recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and create, make null and void, times a godzillion, make null and void, times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pock, trust, beyonds. It's cool that when I used to get distractor implants, before I cleared them all, by the way, distractor implants, once you clear them, in that one frequency, they're gone. They never come back. Never. Never. Unless you reinstall them again, and after a while you don't do that anymore. Like, so once you clear them all out, they are gone. Like gone. Did I say gone? I meant gone. So
Yeah.
if you have not played with that distractor implant tool and looked for every single one of them that you can find and clear them all out, you are torturing yourself unnecessarily, and it's your choice. So I strongly recommend, that's my personal recommendation, that you spend some time with that tool, and just look for anything that loops and keeps going and loops and keeps going. To me, it creates this knot in my belly. And what's fascinating is, while they don't come up for me anymore, when you guys have them, I feel that same place in my belly kind of going, I'm like, oh, isn't that interesting? I wonder who that belongs to. Oh, not me. Oh, okay. uh, yeah, awareness. I love it.
Hey,
Cool.
Jason,
Yeah.
this is Casey. When you brought up the question of are those multiple beings that have been interacting with you or one?
Mm-hmm.
I understand the question to have been, are they presenting as many different beings? I have this feeling that it's like, the best way I can describe it is like an octopus with legs. All those multiple beings have been coming through, but all those multiple beings that have been interacting with me are truly only coming back to one.
Yeah. Yeah. So that comes into, and by the way, Casey, if you could turn your volume down just a little bit, you're a little bit
Sure.
hot. Um,
Sorry.
no, that's okay. Like you have no way of knowing. That's why we give you feedback. Yeah, it's like how each of us interprets time is different. And I experience it similar to Casey in that it's like I can feel the multipleness, but I see it from my viewpoint. Like, okay, so I see that being from this lifetime and this lifetime and this time and this time. And but I can tell that while I'm connecting to multiples out here, they all go back to one. And like it's just like how do we interpret this illusion of time? And so you'll get different layers of information that sometimes are contradicting each other. But what if all of that information is true? Like if you try to find a way, like how can I make all this information real and true? If it's light, it's true. Yet sometimes it seems contradicting. You just keep looking at it from a different viewpoint and you'll ultimately see, oh, that's how. Like this is out of time and this is in time. And it's the same thing just viewed from two different perspectives. So yeah, awesome. Awesome awareness.
Okay, out of time and in time. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's just my interesting point of view. I can't say that's what's true. That's the way I interpret it in this moment right now.
Okay.
I, I'm just
I
making
like
this shit
it.
up.
Yes.
Cool. You guys think I planned this? I'm just making this stuff up. I have no clue.
Works for me for now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I stick with anything as long as it's light. When I find something else that's lighter, I drop that other old point of view and I go to the next point of view. I attach to nothing. I kind of reference like what was the last couple things that felt light, but I really have no attachment to it. I will not defend any of them because I don't know what else is possible. This is just where I'm at right now. Yeah.
I think that's really key, and that did come up all week for me was attachment, and not being attached is crucial to me at this time as expanding.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome awareness. Awesome. Thank you. Um, so, okay. So what if as you begin to bring together all the different aspects of yourself, so I've asked this, I'm not sure if I asked this before, but truth, are you merging together all the different lifetimes and different time streams together?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay. And for those of you who is this the time stream that you're merging them into, or is there another time stream you're merging them into?
This time stream.
Time.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely this time.
Yep. So if you have those different aspects of yourself, those different time streams, those different lifetimes, those different parallel layer dimensions, whatever you want to call them, as you become more of the infinite being of you and the celestial being of you, you begin to perceive all of those layers. They all become real and true to you. Matter of fact, to the degree that you expand more and more, you are all of those. Or you have the potential to experience that experience. That's what I've been experiencing. Like, well, I am that, and I'm that, and I'm that, I'm that, and that. Like, I don't feel separation between those very much anymore. I can tell they're different, some of them. Some of them are so integrated now, where they used to feel separate, they don't feel separate from me anymore. They just feel like me. I feel like a composite of a lot of different lifetimes all sandwiched together, and they're becoming more coherent. Like, my viewpoint is getting larger as I perceive more of the slices and lifetimes of what I have experienced, because I'm now experiencing them as one more than ever before. More keep coming online. The weirder ones, the ones that are further out, the ones where I'm commanders of spaceships or I'm like doing things out in the beyond out there, those are more on the fringe for me, and those are coming in more now, where in the beginning I was just getting the this planet stuff and some weird off-planet stuff. But so what if those fragmented experiences could merge to become a more coherent image from outside of space and time? Like, what if as you leave space and time, as you leave the illusion of time, you see the oneness of all of those things? And what if that's where you start to perceive the oneness of you and the oneness of all and the infiniteness of and interconnectedness of all things? I'm just hypothesizing.
Feels good.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what if this is what's happening to you now that you haven't been understanding?
Oh, yeah.
That did something. So, Truth, are you remembering across the different lifetimes, parallels, and timelines?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
And if you are, and you're trying to keep them all in the story of this lifetime, it will really screw with you. That's my interesting point of view. You might want to explore letting go of the story of, I just am having this one lifetime. What if you are now, if you're experiencing multiple versions of you, you're now having multiple lifetime experiences all right here, right now? So everywhere where you're using your brain or your mind, or everywhere you're trying to enforce your mind into making all of that coherent in this reality, in this lifetime, and trying to take those weird stories and somehow jam them in this lifetime, even though they don't fit, but I gotta make them fit somehow. Can we just try and create the need to do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, just trying to create. Make null and void is a free being of a free will universe times Godzillion. Make null and void. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, akshas, boys and eyes beyond. Said all that go. Okay, a little bit more weirdness. You ready to go down another layer?
So would these experiences,
Yes, Ananda?
would these experiences come out like a fantasy reality?
They can.
As in, feels like a fantasy reality. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's actually how I experienced them first. Yeah. I experienced them as this kind of like,
Right.
almost like a dream brought into this reality or a fantasy. And the more it integrates, the more it becomes real and true to me, to the point where it's just like, well, yeah, no, I did that. It's not a fantasy anymore. It just becomes more of the expansiveness and richness of me. That's cool. That's a cool way of.
Imagination is fantasy reality.
Say that again.
Imagination is fantasy reality.
I
Vice
used
versa.
to think that. What if, see if this is light for you, what if your imagination is your interface with awareness?
Oh, I like that
Oh,
better.
wow.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I always felt like I had no
Cool.
imagination, so I love that.
And I noticed that brought up some distractor implants for people. So all the Mobius strips, quantum particulate, CHIQ implants, trifold sequencing systems, and everything under and around that, everything below and under around that, and everything below and under around that, and everything below and under and around all of that across all time, space, dimensions, realities. Can we now distract and create it, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create, make null and void as a free being of free will universe times a Godzillion. Make null and void times a Godzillion. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, akshas, boys and eyes beyonds. Wow. I was heading somewhere, and I have no clue where I'm heading, but I'll go back to my paper. I love when I clear things out and my brain just goes, gone. So, Truth, during this lifetime, were you taken up or down into a spaceship or alien vessel or laboratory?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Truth, during some previous lifetime, were you taken up or down into a spaceship, alien vessel, or laboratory?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Truth, how many times were you taken up or down into spaceship, alien vessel, or laboratory?
Many.
Hundreds.
Countless.
5,000.
Big number.
Yeah. 30.
Big number. And look at all those stories you needed to somehow hide and make not real in this reality. I wonder how you did that. Everything you used to do that, which was very necessary back then because it made you very unnormal, and that was very not a good thing, maybe. But now is like really cool and like, oh, what is that? I want to know more. Like, tell me more. So if you're interested, everywhere that everything you have used across all time, space, dimensions, realities, to keep those memories and those awarenesses separate from you. Will you now destroy and create your attachment to those technologies, magics, or anything you used?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Rescind, revoke, or can't reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create, make null and void is a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, Popak, Schutz, boys, and nines, beyonds. And all the shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, or energy fog that you have around any and all of this, can we destroy and create it all?
Yes.
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 Rescind, revoke, or can't reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create, make null and void is the free being of a free will universe times a godzillion, across all time, space, dimensions, realities. Wow. Times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, Popak, Schutz, boys, and nines, beyonds. Let all that go. Wow, that'll do something. Wow. Do we clear more of that? Yeah. So all the energy fog that you have around any and all of this across all time, space, dimensions, realities, all lifetimes, can we destroy and create all that?
Yes.
Yes. Rescind, revoke, or can't reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and create, make null and void is a free being of free will universe times a godzillion, make null and void, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, shit, spits, nice, beyond, send all that off. There we go. Yeah, right there. Yeah. I experienced that as like just awareness rushing in. So, Truth, how many times were you taken to another planet across all lifetimes?
All I get is multiple.
Hundreds.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit more blurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many times have you been in it?
Yeah. That's another yeah we'll go there in another experience. So Truth, how many times during this lifetime have you gone to another planet?
30.
25.
Yeah.
Tens of times.
Yeah.
99.
Yeah.
Well,
Isn't that? Yeah.
what it seems like to me is when you ask that question, it's like I'm here and there. Do you know what I mean? Like when you say how many times, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm not. It's
Yeah.
not many times. I'm there and I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like the more I do this, the more it comes. It goes from this like, wow, I was on another planet, to yeah, it was at the store down the road. Like, it's just normal. Like, yeah, I went to Walmart. I went to the grocery store. Like, okay, so I went to another planet. Like, I do that all the time. I don't get the point. Like, it starts to feel like that to me after a while. So, Truth, how many times in across all other lifetimes were you taken to a completely different dimension?
Oh, lots and lots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thousands.
Yeah. And Truth, how many times during this lifetime were you taken to a completely different dimension?
Lots.
Hundreds of times.
Wow. Millions?
And the other thing that I want to say is don't get attached to the numbers at all. Because what happens is I could have a small viewpoint in one moment and I could ask that question and I could get like, oh, it was 2. And then I could expand my viewpoint and I could ask that same question and now I'm perceiving other lifetimes or I'm perceiving other dimensions or other whatevers, and all of a sudden I get 6,412 or I get this massive number. And it's like, don't try to make one right or one wrong. What if that's just showing you how your awareness is? Like I was feeling in some of your numbers that you were counting parallel realities, which just means that you're very attuned to parallel realities. Those are very real and true for you. I often tune those out because they feel like echoes of this reality, and I'm like, okay, go away. Like, so I have been in the habit of tuning those out until I started interacting with some of you who engage those regularly, and I've had to learn how to engage those just so I could work with you. So it's like your perspective controls your awareness of numbers. So don't get attached to wrong around numbers, or you'll mess with yourself. Just not worth it. So, Truth, how many times across all lifetimes were you taken to something that you thought of as your home planet? Something not here.
Lots and lots to touch base.
Yeah.
Frequently.
And truth, was it always the same planet, or was it sometimes different planets?
Of course, different.
Same one.
Different.
Different star systems.
Yeah. Yeah. So for some of us, home planet is like I have many home planets. Although there was a time when I felt I only had a couple home planets. Like the more I expand, the more I'm like I can't even say I have a home planet anymore. It's like I've got planets that I frequent and feel connected to. Okay, cool. So how many times during this lifetime did you go to something you think of as your home planet?
Quite often.
Thousands.
75.
Okay. And can you now travel to other planets, other dimensions without the use of technology?
Yes.
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 Was there a time when you required technology to do that?
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Depends on your point of view. Like you can have a point of view of some lifetimes where technology felt like it was required, and other times if you have a big enough awareness, you're like, no. Like I have this awareness of this project that I was in. It kind of has this government project kind of feel, and we use this technology to transport to other planets, and I was a courier, and I brought information to these other beings and brought information back to this planet and gave it back to the government or whatever organization I was working with. Like they had their picture of what was going on, and I had my picture, and the aliens had their picture, and we were all doing different things, but everybody thought we were doing the same thing, but we weren't. We're all kind of doing different things. At any rate, after a while, I realized I could do it without technology, and I started doing it without the technology, and the government program I was involved in got very unhappy that I was doing it. It's like, no, you have to use the technology. Well, why? Like, I can do it. And I thought they'd be happy about it. No, they were very unhappy about it. But like, I just start to get these awarenesses of things. These little stories come out, and I just play with them. I don't get attached to them. I just kind of play with them, and we'll talk more about those in a little bit. It just popped out, so I wanted to share that. During any lifetime, do you have a memory of being experimented on seemingly without your consent?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yep. So feel that. I'm waiting for all the
Yeah.
distractor implants here. So any distractor implants that you have around this topic that you'd like to have cleared, bring them up and activate them now. Being abducted by aliens. Yes. Our abduction by aliens. Distractor implants. Activate. Boink. Okay, so all the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, there we go. There we go. Nice job. All the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, SHIQ implants, trifold sequencing systems, in and around this, and below and in and around that, and below and underneath and around that, and below and under and around all of that. Can we now just try to create all those across all time, space, dimensions, realities?
Yes.
Yes? Rescind, revoke, or can't reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create, make
Yeah.
null and void is a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion, across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion, make null and void times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pocket, truth, nines, beyonds, and just choose to let go of all of them. I can feel some of you like, no, I need that, like really let it go.
I like that.
So all the agreements that you have, magics, technologies that bind you to any of those distractor implants, and while we're at it, any agreements, technologies, or magics that you have that or that allow you to install new distractor implants or maintain existing distractor implants, can we destroy and create all of those technologies across all time, space, dimensions, realities?
Yes.
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 Rescind,
Yeah.
revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create, make null and void is a free being of free will universe times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pocket, truth, wisdom, and experience. That did something.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I go back to, do you have a memory of being experimented on seemingly without your consent? And the next question comes up is, can you be a victim in a free will reality?
Yes.
No.
No, sure.
No.
You can't.
You could do anything.
Not in a full 100% free will reality. But you can get in the illusion of a non-free will reality and then be a victim. It's illusion. Let me put it this way. It's a bad question. Bad question. Bad question. That's bad question. I don't know where this comes from.
It's just checking to see if we're awake.
That's what it is. It's my awakeness test. Oh my, I'm sweating now. Woo, okay. Okay, so in a free will reality, you can take on illusion of victim, and then you can experience the truth of being a victim. But one of the invitations that I have is to recognize that if you're standing in the viewpoint of victim, you lock density in place, and you can't change things from the viewpoint of a victim, because by definition, you're a victim. It was done to you. You have no control of it. You are at the effect of it. You are a victim to it. Okay? So any place where you're holding a victim viewpoint, you, one, can't change it, and two, can't get any awareness that is outside of the illusion of the victim viewpoint.
Oh.
So all the shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, and energy fog that you have around any and all of this, and all of the commitments, binds, double binds, triple binds, agreements, technologies across all time and space that bind you to victim consciousness, or the frequency of victim consciousness, the illusion, the freak, whatever, you get the point. All this stuff, can we just try to create your attachment to it?
Yes.
Yeah, rescind, revoke,
Yeah.
recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, just trying to create, make null and void as a free being of free will universe times the godsend. Make null and void, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, akshas, besides, beyonds. So what I do is when I bump into those and I notice I'm a victim, I first clear that point of view, and then I start asking, well, like, if it wasn't a victim, it means I had a conscious role in that, or I had some other role in that. Like, so what else could that be? And I start asking questions. And so I noticed I had an abduction story, and I'm like, well, like, what else could that be? And some interesting questions came out, and I'll ask you some of those interesting questions that came out. So, truth, are those abduction stories false implanted memories? Or how many of them are falsely implanted memories, or implanted false memories?
None.
Does anybody have any of them?
27.
Okay.
Yes.
So allow yourself to perceive any of the falsely
All of them.
implanted memories. Yeah. A lot of mine were all that way. So all the falsely implanted memories that you have, and to the degree that you've attached to those, you can't let them go. To the degree that you own them is, no, those are my memories. But you can actually have other beings' memories installed in your frequency files, or in your records, or in your Akashic records, however you want to look at that. You can have them installed, and they feel real and true to you, but they're heavy to the max. Like, everything about them is heavy. But like, even if you did something bad or wrong, and you felt it for yourself for real, there'd be a part of you that'd be light and would kind of smile and go, yeah, I kind of did that. Yeah, it probably wasn't the best way to do it, but yeah, I kind of did that. But falsely implanted memories are like, oh my God, that was so horrible. I can't believe I did that. Oh, that is so horrible. Oh, I can't believe. Like there's regret and there's all these. Oh, I commonly notice those are symptoms of falsely implanted memories. So anyway, everywhere that you're attached to any of that, can we destroy and create it and return all that to galactic recycling?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Resend, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and create, make null and void as a free being, a free will universe times a gazillion. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, just, but nice, beyonds. So was being experimented on something that you had planned?
Yes.
Okay, it can be yes or no. There's no, like, what it does is sometimes when you see the truth of it, all of a sudden, like, something readjusts and you're like, oh, yeah, and you get more awareness on it. So were there multiple versions of you that showed up for that abduction thing because you were curious? In other words, there was one version of you that the aliens were actually working with and that went up. And then another version of you went, oh, that looks really cool. I want to go there too. And you joined.
No, but it went as an observer.
Okay. Yeah. So I had an experience, like when I looked at one of my abduction stories, like another version of me who had been prepared. They'll often prepare you if you're going to go up or if they're going to do stuff. They'll prepare you so they don't want to traumatize you, like most of them don't. And there are ones that are not friendly and not nice. But if you're an infinite being, you can, like often it's a game we're playing with them, or like there's more I'll as we go further along. But so a lot of them, like they'll prepare you for it. I had one where they prepared a version of me for this experience, and then other versions of me were like, dude, that's really cool. I want to be there. And so I joined in that body on that craft, and the beings who were working with me, that one version of me, didn't know the other versions of me that weren't prepared were present. And so I experienced some trauma as a result of basically sneaking in and joining another version of me so I could like see what cool stuff was going on. So that was just something I noticed came up for me. I was like, oh man, I would have never thought of that. Like I would have held on to the victim story, but like when I asked for awareness, I started to get like what else is possible. Like if it's not a victim story, what else is it? So and the aliens that I was working with did not know that those other versions of me were present. They didn't get it. Like they were confused. They knew something was wrong, but they didn't understand what was wrong because I kind of snuck in there. So, and they weren't prepared to have multiple versions of me showing up. So, yeah, it kind of screwed with their whatever they were doing. So was the experience that you had with going up and being experimented on, was it pre-planned or agreed upon by you in advance on some layer, on some level? Or at least, on some layer, some level, or was it a last-minute decision on your part?
Pre-planned.
Or it can be something else as well, too. Anybody have it was a last-minute decision on your part?
I'm vacillating between that and something else.
And something else. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it could be some other whatever, but yeah, cool. So, yeah, cool. So, Truth, were you related or connected to the alien whom you were interacting with?
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay. So, Truth, were you the multidimensional, extra-dimensional, or ET being that you were interacting with?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That one shocked me. I mean, there's not a lot of things that shock me. That one kind of was like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, breathe. Okay, take in that awareness. Okay. So, truth, were you interacting with another version of you?
Yes. And I didn't like me.
Yeah. Yeah. We had judgments. So, truth, was that whole program an excuse to get you to connect to or embody an expanded version of you?
Oh, possibly.
Yes.
Yes.
What better way to explain?
It's just another question. Like, I noticed that doesn't, when I ask the group, it doesn't land for a lot of people, but it kind of like picks at something like, yeah, that's not right. That's not like, but it's like, yeah, there's something kind of behind that. Like there's some more something back there. And my objective in like, I just sat down one day and just these questions started pouring out of me, and awareness and awareness and awareness and question and awareness and question and awareness. And like, it just opened up my world. I was like, wow, this is so cool. I had never perceived any of that. So everywhere that you are preventing or blocking your awareness of the truth of you and the unfoldment of you and the multidimensionalness of you and the infinite being or celestial beingness of you from actually unfolding that easily and that simply and that gracefully, anything that prevents that, can we just destroy and create it?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And it'll happen in your time because you want it to happen
Yes.
gracefully.
Yes.
Send, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create, make null and void, times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, octrits, business, nights, beyonds. And there are things you can pry your way into early, like before you're ready to it, and you'll kind of trip yourself out. So there's kind of a natural unfoldment to it. So if you find there are places where you're like, no, 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 you can clear it if you feel drawn to. But there are some things that, like, there's a natural progression. Like, you need to learn about this over here before this over here. And once you learn about this comes quite naturally. So there are things you can pry your way in, but then it's, ugh, and I've done that before, and it's not as comfortable. It works, but it's not the easy way to do it. So just be aware of, there are some things that are awareness that we've hit on today that are just out of order for you, and just be like really okay with like however that lands for you. Don't make, if you find yourself making yourself wrong over any of this, it's probably heavy and it's probably not true. So there's something else going on. So anywhere that you have made yourself wrong over any of the viewpoints that have kind of come out here today, can we just try to create all that?
Yes.
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 Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, just trying to create, make null and void, times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, octrits, blizzard, nights, beyond, let all that go. So my objective here was to clear a wide swatch and open up a place for us to share awarenesses. And I wanted to give you food for thought. So this is a time now to share, like, what came up for you. And you may or may not have a grasp of it or handle it, or may have old layers of stories involved or whatever. Don't worry about any of that. Like, this is raw. When it comes up raw, it's messy. And so whatever, just anybody like to share things, awarenesses that they've had from the past or during this experience, or who would like to share?
Well, I'll go first, Jaden. It's Casey.
Hi.
Hi. Interesting one, that question. Were you the extra dimensional person that you were interacting with? Mm-hmm. And it is definitely a yes. It was definitely a me. I have always had this great fear and trepidation of that being, and it was a scary thing. And that being was so like omnipotent and powerful and focused and just on a mission, you know. And now I'm looking at that going, this is all the stuff I've been running and hiding from, and now it's very peaceful. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Awesome awareness. Awesome awareness.
Huge.
Awesome awareness. Yeah, that's what it's like. That's been my experience. Like you hit those places, and it's not necessarily this piece, but like you hit those, and it just blows your world open, and you see the magnificence of you, and you're like, wow. And I was making myself wrong. Wow. Awesome, awesome awareness. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Wow, that sends chills through my entire body. That is so cool.
It's just so huge.
Yeah. Wow. 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 And everything that's in the way of anybody else being able to have an awareness of that magnitude. So lives have to perceive what blocks you from having an awareness of that magnitude. And it could be now, it could be sometime in the future. We don't care when that is, but anything that is in your way of having an awareness that just blows your world open into a magnitude of the magnificence of you. Lives have to perceive any and all of that across all time, space, dimensions, realities. There you go. And it's just information. They're just fixed viewpoints. There you go. Yep, all that. And expand bigger and get more and behind you and more behind you, more behind you, more below you, more behind you, below you, behind, above you, behind you, and expand out beyond all of this across all time, space, dimensions, realities. And now will you just try and create your attachment to all these? They're just points of view that you've got your shoes nailed to the floor. Will you just pull the nails out? You can still choose to hold these points of view. We're not asking you to change. We're just taking out the places where you've nailed your shoes to the floor so you can't look at anything different than that. Will you just try and create those points of view?
Yes.
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 Yes. Rescind, revoke, can't reclaim, renounce, denounce. Just trying to create, make null and void as a free being of free will universe times a godzillion. Make null and void across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pock, shirts, was nights, beyonds. Because I used to have a fear that I would open up things before I'm ready for them. And so I was afraid to clear things that felt like they were too big because I felt like I would scare myself because I'd done that in the past. I'd opened up and then I terrified myself and then I closed down again. Like, what if you can clear the points of view and still stand in them so that when it's time, you can just effortlessly take one step to the right and you're no longer in that point of view and you can effortlessly and gracefully show yourself something? Without trauma, without clearing, it allows for this big grandeur of just opening to more of you. My interesting point of view. Anybody else want to share?
Yeah, this is Mila.
Hi.
Hi. Boy, did this open up some awarenesses for me. Very cool. I had some perceived experiences, and as you were talking and going through the questions, I was seeing how that possibility and potential of me being aspects of me being part of that experience that I had. It just kind of like put together all these pieces of the puzzle that I was wondering, how did that happen? How could that
Yeah.
have happened? And I wasn't really in a place of victim. I was in a place of curiosity about how did this happen and why? What
Yeah.
is that all about? And it's like,
Yeah.
man, it just brought in so many pieces of the puzzle to answer that. Very
Wow.
cool.
Wow.
And then I started going, well, if I have that, if I can do all that, now what else can I do?
Yeah.
How can
Woohoo.
yeah.
Awesomeness. Awesome.
So yeah, and I am aware that at night when I sleep, I don't just, I mean, my body's laying in the bed, but there's the rest of me that is elsewhere in a variety of different
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
It's,
So
and I think
truth.
that's how, yeah.
So truth. This is for everybody to tie that to everybody. So truth. Does your infinite being sleep?
No.
So what are you doing? Are you just laying there, or do you go do something else? Or do you have awareness of something else? Or I don't know, like what is that?
Yeah.
What else is possible?
Business.
Yeah. Yep. I'm sorry, Mila. I kind of cut you off there.
Oh, I said my infinite being doesn't need sleep. It's
Yeah.
the physical body that needs sleep. That's it. So the rest of me is like playing and
Yeah.
all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So to bring that into this reality in a useful way and as a contribution of creating
Yeah.
whatever. And what Wow. What
Yeah.
potency of that can we use in our life and in the world?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. As I listen to you now, Mila, you feel so different. Like it's amazing. I'm like, is that Mila? Really? It's so different. You feel rich and wow, it's just amazing. I thank you for bringing that to us and sharing it. I feel really touched by it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for bringing these questions up to open that
Yeah.
door.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Cool.
Thank you, Mila. That's wonderful for me how you phrase that with what is your
Yeah,
potency
just
now?
for like rejuvenation and
Mhm.
things like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Did you hear, Mila? Did you hear what Casey said?
No, I can't hear her.
Yeah. Try it again, Casey.
Oh, I was saying I appreciated and was thanking her for phrasing it in asking what is her potency now, because now that we're more aware and expanded, what else is possible with our own potency? It was a wonderful acknowledgement for me to hear that from her.
Yeah. 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 Wow. Feel that. Take that in. Allow yourself to receive all of that. Nice. Nice. Yeah. 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 Mm. Wow. 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 Thank you for sharing that. Wow. Anybody else have something they'd like to share?
Could you repeat a little bit of what Casey said? I could not hear that.
Um, really, you couldn't hear? Okay. So, Casey was thanking you for your. I was so moved emotionally by the shift of energy there. Casey, can you repeat it again and I'll relay it?
I was trying to thank her for being able to phrase and put into words for me, due to her expansion and awareness, what is our potency now?
Yeah. Yeah. Like you took that experience of that awareness and you took it further and you opened into the question of wow, like what potency is now possible as a result of all of this? Like you leapfrogged and that was something potent for Casey to experience. Does that make sense, Mila?
Oh, definitely.
Cool.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else have something they'd like to share? I hear
For me,
somebody.
Jaden, it feels a bit.
Yeah, Ananda.
For me, Jaden, it feels very expansive. Um, feels more at peace or calm. Um, that's all I'm getting at the moment. That's all I'm
Yeah.
sensing at the moment. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. That to me as I bring in more of me, I feel more at peace and more
Yeah.
calm because it's like, wow, okay, that answers things. It like puts pieces together for me. And even if I don't understand it yet. And some of the awareness, like it takes a while to integrate. Your body has to digest it for you, and then it can feed it to your mind, and then you'll just start to know things in a different way. So sometimes all you can do is feel the expansion and the understanding or the cognition or the taking it further takes integrating for it to go further. Yeah.
Mm. It's a lovely place to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Who else would like to share something?
If nobody else is, Jaden, how can we take advantage of this, like what you were saying before? While our body is sleeping, our being is alive and kicking, if you will. So, what can we do to actually tap into our magic, into our being, total being, during the time the body is sleeping?
Good question. What do you know is true? Or what do you imagine?
Probably, probably the dreaming part, I guess. I'm drawing a blank here. I'm drawing unconscious here. Probably
Okay. So
there's
let's
fear
clear
coming
that.
up for me.
So yeah. So let's clear that. So all the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, SHIQ implants, trifold sequencing systems, under and around that, and under and around that, and below and under and around all of that across all time, space, dimensions, realities. Can we just try to create all those?
Yes.
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 Yes. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, just trying to create, make, null, and void is a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion, across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion, make, null, and void, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, akshas, nice, beyond, let all that go. Ooh, nice. Yeah, let all that go. Let all that go. And then around the whole notion of dreams, and this is for everybody. So all the Mobius or all the do we need to do more distraction? Yeah, okay. So all the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, SHIQ implants, trifold sequencing systems, any of them that are illuminated or are even close to being illuminated, and trifold sequencing systems under and around this, and everything under and around that, and everything under around interconnected with any of that, and everything under around interconnected or below in any way, whatever, you get it. Times a godzillion, can we just try to create your attachment to all of those?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Rescind, revoke,
Yes.
recant, reclaim, renounce,
Yes.
denounce, just try to create, make, null, and void as a free being of a free will universe
Yes.
times a godzillion. There you go, across all time, space, dimensions, realities. Times a godzillion, make, null, and void across all time, space, dimensions, realities. Times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, akshas, business, beyond, let all that go. Oh, there we go. Nice letting go. Nice letting go. Nice letting go. You got it. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Okay. So all of the energy fog, all of the I keep going into the shikyu. Do we need to do more? Wow. Okay.
Yes.
See, that's amazing. I keep wanting to go to shikyu. I'm like, okay. So all the shikyu implants, explants, Mobius strips, quantum particulates, trifold sequencing systems, under and around all of this, and under and around all of that, and below and under and around that, and below and under and around all of that, across all time, space, dimensions, realities. Can we now just try to create it all?
Yes.
Times a
Yes.
godzillion.
Yes.
Yes. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, just trying to create, make, null, and void as a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion, across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion, across all time, space, dimensions, realities, make, null, and void across all time, space. Good, bad, right, wrong, pod, poc, shorts, boys, all nines, beyond. Just let those go. And all the energy fog, shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness that's been hiding and masking and blocking and cloaking all of this, all the technologies and magics, can we just try and create it all?
Yes.
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 Yes. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, just trying to create, make, null, and void as a free being of free will universe times a godzillion, across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion, make, null, and void across all time, space, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, actress, business, beyond, let all that go. Yeah. There you go. Let all that go. Let all that go. Let all that go. Nice. And all the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, SHIQ implants, trifold sequencing systems, under and around that, and under, below, and around that, and under interconnected and intertangled and piled on top of all of that, and interwoven around all of that across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Can we just try and create all of that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Rescind, revoke,
Yes.
recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create, make null and void as a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion across all time, space, dimensions, realities, make null and void times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, akshas, beyond, beyonds, let all that go. Wow. Wow. Nice. Yeah. So there are more of those. Yeah. Okay. We're getting somewhere. So all of the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, Shikyu implants, trifold sequencing systems, distractor implants, and everything interwoven and interconnected with that, and everything piled on top, down below, to the side, interlocked, interconnected in any way, shape, or form, across all time, all space, all dimensions, all realities, across all parallels, realms, everything. Will you now destroy and create your attachment to all of that?
Yes.
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 Yes. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create, make null and void is a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion. Make null and void times a godzillion across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, akshas, beyonds, beyonds. Let all that go. 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 Whoa. Nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Let all that go. Wow. Wow. So all the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, Shikyu implants, trifold sequencing systems, in and around, interlocked with, interwoven in, interconnected, interbound, interlaced, on top of, below, next to, anywhere in the ballpark of, can we now just try to create your attachment to all of that across all time, space, dimensions, realities, times a godzillion?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce,
Oh.
destroy, and create, make null and void as a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion, across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion, make null and void across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion. There you go. Make null and void times a godzillion. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, actors, was nice, beyond. Let all that go. I'm almost getting the sense that we're uh, not almost. Like, what if we're doing this for more than just us?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because it affects us.
Because it affects us. It's like, damn it, you're going to let go of this because I'm tired of feeling it. We're clearing
Yes.
this. Like, out. Yeah. So all the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, Shikyu implants, trifold sequencing systems, in and around this, and in and around below, and are tangled with this, and in our neighbors, and in our friends, and in our relatives, and in the people at work, and in all the people that we know across all time, space, dimensions, and realities, and in anyone that they're ever connected with, and in all of our ancestry across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Oh, my ancestry opened up an interesting can of worms there. Um, wow. Can we now destroy and create all the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, Shikyu implants, trifold sequencing systems, any technologies, any magics, anything that's around any of that, including energy fog and any of that stuff that we don't like?
Yes.
Yes.
Why not? Eh? Right? 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 So rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create. Make null and void is a free being of free will universe times a godzillion across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion. Make null and void times a godzillion across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion as a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion. Make null and void is a free being of free will universe times a godzillion. Make null and void is a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion. Good, bad, right, wrong. Bob Box, Schwartz, Buzz, Nights, Beyond. Wow. So I don't want to bring up a story. So do I do this now or do I do something else? So does anybody else have something that came up for them?
Yeah, this is Mila, and I have an awareness that came up that I wanted to see if anybody
Cool.
else is, and that is that every now and then, sporadically, I've noticed myself coming back, and it's instantaneous. It's like it's not like I've disassociated. It's like I wasn't aware of leaving, but I was aware of coming back, and it's always within an instant. Like I'm going to another something,
Yeah.
and I'm coming back to this reality, but it's within a frame of an instant.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that other times, and has anyone else experienced
So
Yes.
so are you calling back, are you connecting to or calling back or retrieving other versions of you, more of the infinite beingness of you or something else?
that? I was thinking there was something else.
Something else.
I'm not thinking, but I was getting.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when I've questioned about it, it's been that aspect of me that is going to another aspect of me and then coming back. Like that multi-dimensional self of me is coming in to my here, but I'm going someplace else too. But it's like within an instant because
Are
there's no
those
time.
are those parallel realities or something else?
Parallel realities.
Yeah, that kind of explains it. It's not the whole story, but like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I just what I was witnessing, it's like, wow, okay, what is that? Okay. Yeah, so all the shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, and energy fog around that topic for anybody, can we just try and create it all?
Yes.
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 Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create, make null and void as a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion. Make null and void across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion. Good, bad, right, wrong. Pop, Oxford, Spitz, Nice, Beyond. Let all that go. Ooh, that's a juicy one. Wow. What creation are you using? Ah, what creation of illusion are you using to bind yourself into the underworld? Are you choosing that you're choosing? Everything all of that is across all time, space, dimensions, realities. Can we just try and create that, please?
Yes.
Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim,
Yes.
renounce, denounce,
Yes.
destroy, and create, make null and void as a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion. Good, bad, right, wrong. Pop, Oxford, Spitz, Nice, Beyond. Wow. Wow. And all the Shikyu implants, explants, um, Mobius strips, quantum particulates, energy fog. Wow. Trifold sequencing systems across all time, space, dimensions, realities that have triggered up any of the stuff that's blocking awareness around this. Can we destroy and create our attachment to it all?
Yes.
Rescind,
Yes.
revoke, recant, claim, renounce, denounce, destroy and create, make null and void as a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion, make null and void times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, oxygen, bizonides, beyonds. Wow. This feels to me like no time, like
Yes.
outside of time. That's my experience
Complete
of where I'm at right now.
galactically vacuumed.
Yeah. I've had my time vacuumed out.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I heard a description once of time as these partitions that are put between the different aspects of you that cause you to think that those aspects of you are separate from you. And that as we release or dissolve those partitions, that we start to become aware of the wholeness of who we are. It's almost like outside of time, but it's not outside of time. It's without the partitions of time that used to keep us separate. So it doesn't feel different because it's who we are as the oneness of us, as the infinite being of us. It's we just free from the partitions that kept us separate from us.
Mm.
So all of the partitions or illusions of separation, technologies or magics that you're using to keep the illusion of time and the separation of time in place across all time, space, dimensions, realities, which is actually right there that goes blah. So everywhere you're keeping the illusion of time and partitions of time and separations of you across, just say all the separations that you have. Yeah, everything that this is, can we just try and create it all?
Yes.
Rescind, revoke, or counterclaim,
Yes.
renounce, denounce, destroy, and create, make null and void, as a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion, make null and void times a godzillion across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, actress, was nice, beyond. Wow, I'm just really out there. Or really in here. Am I out there or am I in here? In here is lighter. Well, that's interesting.
Totally present.
So, Jaden,
Yeah.
there's something about this that has an implication about walking.
Walk-ins. What are those?
How about the walk out?
They're so gone. I don't know. This is what I imagine it's like when people get drunk and they hang around together. I mean, I don't know. I that just never seemed to work for me. But like this is what I imagine it would be like. We just kind of sit around and this is really cool, isn't it? We're just destroying and creating realities and timelines and walk-ins. What's that? So while I'm in this space, while I'm drunk, in drunken consciousness, there you go. Um, uh, everything that you've bought into of the construct of the illusion of walk-in across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Every illusion that you've created to keep all the different versions of you separate from you, all of the distortions and diversions and illusions, can we just destroy and create all that?
Yes.
Yes. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim,
Yes.
renounce, denounce, destroy and create, make null and void as a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion. Make null and void across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, box, shorts, boys, all nights beyond. Wow. Wow. I'm gone. or I'm totally here. Yeah, gone doesn't it gone when I said gone, I'm like, that feels heavy. No, it's like I'm all here. And it's like it's so much information that I'm not used to it that I'm like yeah, so everywhere that I'm not used to, everywhere that we're not used to, yeah, what is used to? Used to is a reference to some past or some normal. So everywhere that you are relying on or connecting to reference versions of what is you or your reality or what is acceptable or what is normal across all time, space, dimensions, realities, can we destroy and create all that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. At your own risk. No, I'm just kidding. Rescind, revoke, or can't reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create, make null and void. As a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion, make null and void across all time, space, dimensions, realities. Not that there is any of that, but we say those words anyway. Times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, actress, with the nice beyond, so all that go. And all the Mobius strips, quantum particulates, chick implants, trifold sequencing systems, and everything interlocking, interconnecting, piled on top, underneath, down below, next to, and around, above, about, beyond, beneath, beyond, by, down, during, except for, from, and in front of my prepositions. Will we destroy and create all those and take the prepositions with them?
Yes.
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 Hated the
Yes.
preposition thing. I hated the, but they made me memorize those. Ah! Okay, I'm just trying to create all of that, and my English teacher too. Resent, revoke, or can't reclaim, renounce, denounce. Just trying to create, make null and void times the Godzillion. It's a free being of free will universe times the Godzillion. Good, bad, right, wrong. Pop Akshits with nines beyond. I don't actually hate her anymore. I just didn't like that experience. It showed me how much I could memorize. Okay. Uh, Anybody else
So
have anything?
this is what it's like to just hang out then, because we're all just hanging out. We're all here, but there.
Hmm?
Here and there.
Yeah.
We're all together.
Yeah. But are we in this space sharing awareness with each other?
Oh. Yes and no.
Yeah. So how about we do that? This is something I've wanted to do later, but we're like in the ideal space for this. Like, do you get that we have codes for each other? Like,
Yes.
we know each other. And like we have keys and codes and sequences and pieces that each other is looking for and all of that different kinds of stuff. And activations and all that really kind of cool, happy stuff. So how about we expand out to all that is and beyond diverse, as if we're not already. And everything that everyone on this call or anyone who will ever interact with this program desires or requires for them to know more of the truth and the magnificence of them, or to unlock or untangle or unbind all the codes, keys, anything that you have that you perceive that other beings could possibly desire, collect all that stuff up, bring it all into your awareness or into your space. Ask all that to amplify or frequency match to the beings who will interact with it. And now gift it to the entire group of beings who are interconnected with this call now or across all time, space, dimensions, realities on three. 1, 2, 3. And allow yourself out to receive all of that information, anything that's relevant or interesting to you that you feel like receiving, allow yourself to receive that now. And the way I do that is I actually touch my heart and I say, receive. There you go. And let's bring in, not that it's not here already, but become aware of the group being of Be the Magic. It's like our collective energies that have come together into the being that is this class, the collective that is this class, and allow that to become an energy container for anything that people would want to tap in now or in the future, that you can put things into and can take things out of at will, like you are a co-creator of this energy container, so you can access it anytime you desire. And now let's expand out to the beyond diverse and beyond. Any place that you feel drawn to expand to, any place that has codes or sequences or activations or informations that you came to this planet or to this experience or this process to share with or to bring to this entire planet or to bring to this entire system or entire everything. Any things that you would like to share, gather, or that other beings would like to have shared that you have awareness of, collect all that information, all that energy up. And it's not you that's being collected. You're just perceiving it and going, hey, could you come here for a moment? And you just bring all that stuff together. Ask it to amplify. Like you just ask it and it does that all by itself. All by itself. Ask it to frequency match to all the beings who will interact with it. So when they engage it, it's already in their frequency and it feels good and juicy for them. And now contribute it to the circle or to the energy group, the energy being of this class of Be the Magic on 3. 1, 2, 3. And again, anything else that is desired or required, bring all that, amplify it, frequency match it, provide it to Be the Magic. 1, 2, 3. And again, everything that's desired or required, bring it in, amplify it, frequency match it, and provide it to Be the Magic. that container that can hold an infinite amount of these energies. And now I ask for that information to cohere and frequency match. And then allow yourself to perceive the being or the collective of the class be the magic, that energy package, and allow yourself to reach into that, and anything in there that you desire or require that's interesting to you or amusing to you in any way across all time, space, dimensions, realities, just reach into there and grab anything that you desire or require and bring it into your body and your being and just gift it to yourself and allow yourself to receive that. There you go. Yeah. And again, reach back in and grab everything. It's like an infinite supply. It just keeps re-amplifying itself. You can't take too much. It's an infinite supply. Grab all that you desire, require, amplify it if you desire, frequency match it if you desire it, and bring it into your body and being. Allow yourself to receive that. And one more time. Go in and grab everything you desire, require, and bring it down into like the lower frequencies of you. Like you could say your base chakra or your legs or your torso or like however you want to perceive that, but into the lower frequency. I keep feeling all these high frequencies. Bring whatever your body or other lower dimensional frequencies or anything desires or requires. Just bring all of that in and bring that into your body and your being. Wow. Nice. Nice. So I want to invite you now that you now have this personal connection with this. The way I engage this is it's an energy sphere that we're all connected to. It's an energy container. And I'll call upon it when I think about it. Like I'll just kind of have this space where I'm like, wow, I want something more here. And I'll call upon that. Now I'll just say I'd like to connect to the Be the Magic energy, and I'll sometimes perceive this big energy swirling thing in front of me, and other times I won't. It doesn't matter. And you can then sometimes I'll feel compelled to first contribute energy, and I'll expand out and I'll contribute energy like we just did, and then I'll sometimes feel compelled to bring that energy sphere down and just like bring it into my body and just let it pass through my body, and it just moves at its own pace through my body and does stuff and then pops out my feet or goes in one place and comes out another, like whatever it does. I just let it do what it does. Or I will receive energy from it, or I'll ask it questions and I'll receive awareness from it. I'd like to invite you into, this is your personal assistant. You have co-created with it. It's an energy co-creation from all of us and other beings on the other side and all these other light beings who are contributing to this. It's this massive co-creation that is available to you because you are a participant and a co-creator in it. So if you ever think about it or you feel like, wow, I want more, I want information, I want codes, I want completion, I want activations on this, that's an access place for you that you have connected yourself to and that you now totally know how to use because you've done it here with us. So all of the Shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, or energy fog that you have around using energy packages or containers in this way, and everywhere that you're not allowing yourself to perceive that you are already using these all over the place, all of that illusion, can we destroy and create it all?
Yes.
Yes, rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create. Make null and void as a free being of a free will universe times a godzillion. Make null and void across all time, space, dimensions, realities times a godzillion. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, extra, supposed, nice, beyond. Ananda, I heard your voice. Did you have something? Okay, cool. No worries. Yeah, technology was kind of flipping out while we were doing that.
I heard it too.
It's probably me yawning my head out at the moment.
Yeah, that's cool. We can also cross-dimensionalize to other Yeah, I'm not going to go there. You get it. Like we can. Yeah, we're awake. We are so connected. So I'm in a wrap up mode here. I have just 6 minutes before my recording times out and says you're done. So does anyone else have something they'd like to share or bring up or clear in these last couple minutes?
Gratitude.
Yeah.
Just gratitude.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone, and thanks to you, Jen.
Yeah.
This is we blew something apart today. And
Yeah.
I just feel really deeply grateful.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we did it together.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. We are amazing. we pretend we're pathetic piles of poo. I love the way Dane says that. We're pathetic piles of poo. I get that. Like we go into that, but like, what if we're amazing too? Like, and we can get together every so often, and we can remind ourselves of just how amazing we truly are. And we'll go back to pathetic pile of poo until we don't anymore, and that's okay too. Like that's another part of our infinite being. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else have a share?
I can't thank you and Rosie and everybody enough.
Ah, yeah.
Truly.
Thank you. Thank you. When and um, can I share?
Please.
Okay. That Casey was actually an inspiration for this. Like she's the one who got this started. She didn't. Yeah. Like she sent me this email, and I'm like, whoa! And it blew open something in me, and then I saw this possibility, and like it's just like how we contribute to each other. And I had no clue what we were going to do here. And it's like stuff just kept coming out and wow, like this is how we co-create. This is how we contribute to each other. And what else is now possible?
Mm-hmm.
What else is now possible?
Mm.
Yeah. And
Wow.
yeah. Wahoo! Let's do that.
So
One,
fun.
1, 2, 3. Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Wow. So thank you all for being a part of our Blur Fest here today. Wow. Wow.
Definitely was a blurfest.
Yes. And so this will be a recording that'll be on our thing. So feel free to anytime you want to get blurry. You don't have to go to the store and buy any alcohol or anything. You just kind of put this on and you play and you go, wow. So, wow. So thank you so much. All of these questions, if you have not seen it, are attached to the email that was just sent for the call. So you can download the PDF or the Word document so that you can edit it if you want or type your information in or whatever you want. Like you have it available. I'll also put it on the site along with the recording of this so that you have that. Yeah. So the question that's sitting there, do I ask the question? Yeah, is do we as a group want to share, have permission to share this with other people that we feel drawn to share this with? Like if we have friends that were like, oh my God, they need to hear this call. Do we want to keep this a private thing amongst just us, or do we want to allow ourselves to share this with other people?
Share it.
Allow it
I'm
to
always happy to
share.
share.
Share it.
Okay. So everything that gets in the way of this being an easy, graceful sharing process, and everything that, yeah, there isn't much there. So everything that could potentially be a problem across all time, space, dimensions, realities that we know is never really a problem. Can we just try and create all that?
Yes.
Yes, just
Yeah.
invoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create. Make null and void as a free being, a free will universe times a godzillion, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop,
Yeah.
flips, nines,
Yeah.
Yes.
beyonds. Thank you all so much. This has been so, wow, amazing. I am so grateful for all of your contributions and your participations in body and out of body and in other dimensions, and all of you who are up there in the spaceship. Hi. So you wave to your friends up in the sky every so often when you're out there walking. Just kind of wave. It gives you this funny feeling. You're like, oh yeah, I'm not alone. How cool. Hi. So thank you so much, and we will see you in a couple days on our Saturday call. So aloha. Bye
Thanks,
bye.
Jaden.
Awesome.
Oh, I
Thanks,
can't
guys.
talk anymore.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Jaden.
Bye.
Gotta run.
Bye.
Bye.